What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Captured Metal, and today is another live edit, but this one's going to be a little different because I'm going to walk through light painting and my process, how I'm doing it, and this is honestly the second time I've ever done it, so it might not be the best outcome, but at the same time, I've already done it once. I'm going to show the picture on screen. I think it came out really good. And yeah, we're just going to go through it. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, so the second card that I light painted here is a Lexus LC500 convertible. So let's kind of go through some things really quick. So you can see on screen, I've got a few exposures here because light painting, you're getting multiple exposures, and in post edit, you're pretty much combining all the best aspects of them. So let's go through it. So this first one is an exposure of the actual headlight to get some detail in there. The second one I played around with just to see if getting a little bit lighter of an exposure would help. But one thing I did also want is in the background here, I wanted the red on the garage door itself for the brake lights. Now here you can see the first exposure of the light painting. I had an LED light down here and it was against the front corner of the car. Now looking at it already, I don't think this is going to turn out as great as I hope it would, because even if I raise the exposure and such, yeah, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. I don't know. We'll see in post edit, but I'm going to leave it like that. All right. Second exposure you can see is on the right hand side. I did try this exposure quite a few times. So this one, I actually moved the light source closer to the front end, and you can see you got a little bit more coverage there than otherwise. So that's the one we're going to use here. Then I got one for the side and rear area of the car and a little bit of the ground. And then this one is actually to try to get a little bit more for the roof line, but I think in this case we'll be okay. I don't think I really succeeded with getting, something on the roof line there. So you can see here there's the car, and then of course I did get some interior shots that I'm hoping to adjust a little bit more in post edit. That one's probably going to be the shot that I use. You can see long exposure, got the gauge cluster, whatever have you. So now I've taken my exposures, so let's get to the next step. Okay, select the photos that you feel like you want to combine. So I'm on Mac, so I'm going to hit Command as I select these. So there's that one. I think we all agreed that I'm using that one there, using that guy, and I'm not going to be using any of those other exposures. Actually, where is this one? I'm going to use that one for the brake light. So, okay, there we go. So I use the 2-finger tap function for MacBook to essentially right click. And essentially what I want to do is go to Edit in Photoshop and then Open as Layers in Photoshop. So you see in the top right hand corner or left hand corner, actually no, I got it cropped out of the screen recording, but it's opening in Photoshop, but it does have to load all the pictures, and it's a lot. So you can see here, it's already loading these, which is great. There we go. Now, let's actually switch to a full screen recording here for you guys. Technical difficulties, it happens. Anyways, so now the photos are in Lightroom, or not Lightroom, Photoshop. You can see on the right hand side, they're all here, and they're TIFF photos, which I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't know what a TIFF file is, but that's what they are, right? And if I click on the little eyeballs, it lets me see which layer is currently being shown, okay? So essentially what you want to do is find a way to combine all these layers, okay? But first things first, you're going to need to select all of these, and then you want to go up to Edit, Auto Align Layers, Auto, and then hit OK. That way all the layers, even though you use a tripod, because yes, you use a tripod for these, you want to auto align. And you can see here, things are already kind of wonky, but it auto aligned them nonetheless. So what are we going to do now? Okay, let's go here. We want to look through layers, and I want to see which one I'm going to use as my base layer here. Okay, what I'm thinking is this is the one that you can see now. So I'm thinking I'm going to make this my base layer, and not that one, not that one. Where is, yes, there we go. I'm going to make this one my second layer. All right, so we already have this. So now what I'm going to do is on the second layer here, I'm going to create a mask, okay? And then I'm going to scroll down on this little middle menu here, and I'm going to hit invert. So now whatever I select, and you can see the mask is black. So on the lower left-hand corner here, I'm going to have to invert that to white. Whatever I do here, it's going to reveal whatever I want it to reveal, right? Now, I'm going to undo that because I might want to bring my opacity, I'm bringing it to 50%, just so I can see what all I'm going to be revealing there. There we go. Matter of fact, let's do this. Opacity 100. I'm going to make this wider. There we go. I like that. I'm going to boom shakalaka. And let's just see where I get here. All right, so there we go. All right, and we're just going to trust the process. Next layer, let's see which one do we want to unveil. I like to go around the car. So here we get the front end exposed here. So I think I might want to do that. So now, again, create mask, go ahead, invert, and then look at that. There we go. Looks good already. Yeah, it looks pretty fire. But you notice, look at that. That specific mask does not have the headlights exposed. So you got to be careful with that. So I'm going to switch that back to black. Look at that. Get that exposed again. I might need to even bring this down to a smaller tip. There we go. And just see what I can get away with here as far as revealing. But as far as that goes, I think I'm happy with that. So now, which one am I going to do next? Well, it would make sense to go around the car. So now we're going to do this front corner. So let's bring this guy back here. I'm going to unclick that one. Same deal. Create a mask. And then here, going to invert. Again, this is the last masking that we saw. So now, look at that. And yes, you just saw something, as we all did, together. Matter of fact, we can probably make this a lot larger. There we go, a little foul wow there. All right, so this is where you're really going to have to zoom in here, and you want to really get a little bit more precise. So what I'm going to do, there we go. I'm going to invert this back to black because, again, we want these details. We absolutely want these details. But we need some of the exposure here to see the area, okay? Now, here's the other aspect of it, okay? The other aspect is this. You notice this reflector was lit up, okay? Because on the previous mask with the actual headlights, it's really bright. So I need to bring this down quite a bit, make it teeny tiny. There it is. We want to make sure that thing shines bright like a diamond, okay? There we go. And now finally, we got this side, okay? So same deal, boom, mask, and we are going to invert, okay? This one's going to be trickier, and the reason being is because With this one, we're going to have to figure out a way to keep the red from the brake lights and mask in every other aspect here, right? Because the car's still dim. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. The car's still dim. See part of the wheel there. We're gonna, let's see. I want to make this a little bit more uniform if possible. There we go. Let's go back there. Yeah, you can see reflections on the car and everything, which is fine. Perfectly fine. You can see around those edges a little bit, so let's reduce this. Oh yeah, you can see. And that's fine. This is why we touch these things up. It wasn't too bad, honestly. I bet you can see how concentrated I am. There we go. So now you can see how every element of the photo was combined, right? So now what we can do, and again, this is just going through it fairly quickly. I know I probably should have had better lighting on the car, but I'm gonna see if I can save this when we export back into Lightroom. So I'm gonna hit File, Save As. I'll name it Lexus LC500 Layered. Let's do that. I'm going to save it to, let's do this. Perfect, save. I'm going to leave none for image compression. Yep, increase image size, that's fine. So now let's go back to Lightroom here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, File, Add Photos. Let's find it. Layered, beautiful. Yep, we're going to add this photo. Now, don't forget, and you'll see this instantly. Where's this guy? Here. You notice the white around the edges because, again, when it layered the photos, it had to crop some of the other ones to align it perfectly. So what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do, let's crop this sucker just a hair. That way everything is perfect. There we go. So now we're cooking. Let's do that. All right. All right, cool. So now what I want to do, I'm going to just test it. So it's already got the subject. I'm going to see if I can raise the exposure. That does almost nothing for me. Let's see about the shadows. Nope. Black area, definitely not. So this photo is probably a little too dark and a little too far gone for anything to be fixed, essentially, right? And that's just bad composition on my end. It's a dark car. I should have essentially added more light to the photo. But it is what it is. This is at least a good way to show off the process. Let's see what happens here. If I bring up the exposure, dehaze, maybe there's something there. Let's see, clarity. Yep, not doing that. Texture, not doing that. Yeah, it's okay. This is not the best example of a photo, but this is essentially what you can do, right? So now you can adjust whatever you need from the photo. See, like I can raise the exposure here a little bit. And honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I can't even denoise it here, but that's fine. So let's do this, right? Raise highlights. I can do that. Shadows, do I need to do that? I don't. Yeah, we can leave it a little bit. Black point, we don't need to adjust that either. This right now looks extremely over edited, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it at least goes through the process. And for example, you can see here, where is it? I did this 4C and pretty much the exact same setting, but you can see the light was definitely more prominent on the car. And you can see some of the different exposures required to make this one. So I just needed more light on it, but that's my fault. It is what it is. See, even the rear, all that is completely my fault. So let's get back to this. Let me see if I can adjust the temperature a little bit. Whoa there. Man, that temperature was adjusted so much. Let's adjust the greens a little bit. See what. Desaturate the greens ever so slightly. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do here with the car, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to reduce the noise a little bit. Smooth out the surfaces. Sharpness. No, we can leave the sharp. That's fine. That works. Shadows, highlights. See, the highlights adjust this little pinpoint on the headlights, which is fine. Okay, for the sake of the edit, I think this is okay, but you get the idea. So with light painting, you got to create multiple exposures, make sure you have enough lighting. The lighting source that I was using is also the ones that I'm using to paint my face with light. And it is what it is. It's not the brightest, but I'm going to get a more efficient, brighter light source and maybe redo this and get a better photo. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Definitely don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you like the content and if you have any questions altogether. And don't forget to follow my Instagram. I post a lot of my photo shoots on there. So if you're interested in seeing any of my other stuff, I will link my Instagram down below and even my Pixie page so that way you guys can see some of my other photos, and maybe I might start selling my prints. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would actually buy, maybe not this Lexus. This Lexus is not a good example by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe say like this. Would you buy this R8 as a print? Let me know in the comments below. My name's Austin from Capture Metal, and I'll see you in the next video.